do during that time was going to help me to stay aligned with my purpose, also with my commitment and devotion to God, and all the things that I know that was necessary. But I really needed some help.
That's good. I know for me, when I thought about this question of why dating can feel confusing, I instantly thought about how when you're unsure of what you really want, or you're afraid to admit what you're looking for, that can cause you to entertain people for longer, even if they don't necessarily align with where you're going. I know for me personally, at first, when I was kind of jumping into the dating game, dating world, if you will, as my sister, I hadn't really dated much. And so for me, that looked like me being sure of myself enough to say, hey, I'm looking for a long-term committed relationship versus just kind of going willy-nilly with and entertaining whoever was interested at that time.
That's good. That's definitely good. And so with that, sometimes when you go into the dating game without clarity and even confidence, you then can sometimes go into this self-abandonment. And what that looks like is when we begin to self-abandon ourselves in the dating process, what that really looks like is you begin to disconnect from your needs and boundaries to maintain connection with someone else.
That's good.
And what begins to happen is you don't lose them, but you actually lose yourself.
My mind.
Okay? Now, let's get practical with this thing just a little bit. What does this look like? Well, when we look at it, you may say it's fine when really it's not. You even may see the person avoiding hard conversations, very surface level, but you kind of just go with it, right? And also always being available. As soon as the person texts you, you text them immediately back. As soon as they call you, you're calling them immediately, right? And you're always showing yourself available. Even over giving to feel chosen. And really letting things slide that really, really bother you.
Yeah, that's good. Again, thinking about myself, right? Self-abandonment in dating, it can also look like, as Tiandra said, you lose sight of who you are, what you really like, what you don't like, what you will and will not tolerate, all for the cost of someone liking you or being picked by somebody. So I think that's really critical.
Yeah, definitely critical. Definitely. And with that just pushes into the next one, which is
the cost of ignoring red flags. The cost of ignoring red flags. So when you look at that, the cost of ignoring red flags, that comes with exhaustion, that comes with confusion, that comes with a loss of self-trust.
Absolutely. And so let's be specific on what this could look like, okay? Disrespect, name calling.
Okay.
Dismissiveness. Controlling behavior, such as checking your phone, isolating you intentionally, even that lack of accountability.
That's good.
So, since we kind of gave you a little bit of examples, what other red flags have you observed in your dating experiences? Again, you're welcome to drop it in the chat or just think about it for a minute.
Just think about it. Just think about it. Just sit with it for a minute, okay?
And I like how Misha said, we specifically said when this begins to happen, you feel exhausted, you feel confused, and kind of that sense of loss of self-trust.
And again, when I was sitting with this for myself, I thought about how you can have a lack of peace. So knowing deep down in your gut that this person doesn't align with where you're going, but you're still moving forward with entertaining it. You feel stuck or stagnant in areas of your life where you were moving forward or you saw goals being met. All of a sudden, entertaining this person, you've seen that you just feel stuck and stagnant. And then you can also feel frustrated or disconnected, and you may not even be sure of why that's happening. So those are some of the costs of ignoring red flags.
Absolutely. And a lot of times people talk, and you may hear, and I definitely heard during that time, a lot of red flags. But yellow flags are another huge, important thing as well in your dating season. So literally when it comes to yellow flags, they're not necessarily deal breakers.
Right.
Okay?
True.
But it's really, we were talking about, it's really just a moment to just pause. Okay? Just to be still.
Just sit.
Okay? Because this is an opportunity that you may need to keep an eye out and really observe from afar almost. And really just stay curious.
Yep. Just stay curious. I love it. And that is a yellow flag in and of itself. So now we transition into part 2. How Tiandra and I, we would like to help. And so that's where we're going to look at 3 pillars. Our first pillar, pillar 1, is know your worth. Pillar number 2 is honor your boundaries. And pillar number 3 is trust the exit.
Period.
Period.
So knowing your worth, all right? And I just, even before I even get to that, I want to backtrack really quickly. I wanted to give you guys specific examples of what yellow flags can be. So one of them can be inconsistent texting or plans, avoiding deep conversations, trouble taking accountability, and different priorities, and all of those things. So those are some key examples of what specific yellow flags may be. And as we transition to pillar 1, knowing your worth, your identity before catching feelings is critical, okay? And what this is and what this looks like is knowing what you will and will not tolerate, okay? So this is where your dating standards come in. This is when you have to know yourself.
You got to know yourself.
Okay. You got to know yourself. You got to know your strengths, your weaknesses, those little hiccups, your patterns, okay?
Yes. My.
And I love this because it's taking accountability for yourself, right? And really knowing what are you looking for in this dating? What is your outcome? That's critical. Very critical.
Yeah, that's good. Know your worth. Identity before catching feelings. This allows you, as Tiandra said, it allows you to know when you need to delete and block, okay? Someone who doesn't clearly align with where you're going. I know for me, that's what I had to do, okay? Because again, you know your patterns, you know your hiccups, right? So if you can't just let homies stay in your phone and it's cool, you might need to delete and block. And that's where I was, right? And again, this is something, knowing your identity, knowing your worth, this really allows you to clearly see someone for who they are versus who they present themselves to be. And this was something else with the guy that I dated. He literally told me, he was like, Tamisha, when are you going to take off your rose-colored glasses? And I was like, let me sit with that for a minute, okay? And so, that was him literally saying, this is the reality of who I am. Like, take it or leave it. And so that was critical for me because, again, sometimes we as women, we can kind of go off of potential, the idea of a man. And so, again, knowing your worth, it allows you to be able to see someone for who they are. Are you going towards where I'm going for my future, or are you a part of my past?
Yeah, that's huge. And men are going to be honest.
Yes, and they'll lay it out, okay?
You just got to be open to listen.
Yes, that part.
And perfect. Go ahead, Misha.
Yes, so then we segue into pillar number 2. Honor your boundaries. Honor your boundaries. So boundaries are not filters. Sorry, boundaries are filters. They are not ultimatums.
Absolutely. And who are my coffee drinkers out there?
My.
I mean, I love a good coffee.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And as a result of that, obviously the coffee filter helps to make sure no nasty coffee grinds do not get in your coffee.
No.
Okay? There is nothing like coffee, a fresh cup of coffee, and coffee grinds me. Like for me anyway, I don't want it. I don't want it. And so literally when we apply this analogy even to boundaries, okay, they are really to help filter out a person's true motives, whether you and the person's goals, morals, and lifestyles will align in real life.
That's good. That's good. So again, honor your boundaries. So this for me is where you learn to decipher again from unrealistic boundaries and expectations versus realistic boundaries and expectations within a partner. And this is, again, what you use to assess someone accordingly. And then something else that sticks out to me for honor your boundaries is you have to learn how to honor your own boundaries before you can expect that from someone. So that's why I feel like it is good that you sit with yourself, like, what are my boundaries? What are some things that, you know, are a no-no for me, right? And do I honor those no-nos, my own self, before I'm expecting someone else to do just that?
Yeah, that's huge. Definitely huge. Now, pillar number 3, which is trust the exit, y'all. Trust the exit. And this is when staying causes you peace.
My God.
Okay? Peace. And you clearly hear Tamisha, my goodness, okay? So I'm going to literally pass the mic so she can share on this particular area.
Yeah, so for me, this is critical. Trust the exit. My. Because I really feel like once you understand who you are, what you're worth, and what boundaries that you have to protect yourself as you're getting to know someone, you learn to appreciate the exit. And I think a lot of times in society, we can look at, oh, it didn't work out as such a negative thing. But really, when you learn to trust the exit, it's looking at it from a positive light. Like, okay, that person wasn't meant for me. Okay, I just protected myself in a sense, right? And again, it's not looking at hard feelings or trying to point blame at someone or get the last word or, you know, try to end things on your term. But it's just simply saying, hey, you're not for me. And that's okay. And a part of that is trusting the exit.
Trusting the exit. And keeping the door closed.
Yes, keeping the door closed. Okay.
And this leads us now to part 3. Which is the turnabout, y'all. The turnabout. So this is where knowing versus choosing comes into play. And this is where we all know having information is great. But knowing and having the information, that is not what creates the change. But what creates the change is you activating, you moving, you using the knowledge that you have. Yes, absolutely. And this is where we are introducing the Dating Blueprint Collective, y'all. Yes, this is all about support, structure, and accountability while you navigate your dating life.
Yes.
And if you don't know us by now,
yes,
just know that, again, we are about helping individuals, particularly women, to date with clarity and confidence. Yes. So y'all stop guessing. Yes. We ain't got to guess no more. We can set our boundaries and we can choose peace.
That's good. Choose peace. Choose peace. So before you leave tonight, we want to give you some tools that you can begin applying this very second or in a few seconds, okay? And so one of those tools are a free self-assessment. So we want to give you guys a few moments, a few minutes just to scan this QR code and complete this self-assessment, okay? So take a few minutes, scan the barcode, and just check it out. Give it a second to see where you are.
All right. All right. So hopefully that brought some clarity and direction of where you currently are in your dating season.
Yes.
And because we love you guys so much, we also want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. And literally, if you signed up through the Eventbrite link, then we will follow up with you. And we want to make sure that you guys receive this awesome tool called the Dating Clarity Toolkit. We're so excited about this toolkit because literally it's going to give you what you need as you navigate your dating season. Like literally, you can start using it this week, okay? We gonna be praying that y'all get a date sooner than later.
Yes.
And really the cool part about this toolkit is you can use it before your date and after, because again, it's an opportunity just to reflect on what is important to you. All right. And so those who signed up through Eventbrite, watch out in your email. You receive it and you'll have 24 hours to download it, save it so you can apply it, because we just want to thank you guys for taking the time out to join us tonight.
Yes. All right. And so last but not least, which we are very excited about, is our coaching collective. Woohoo! Shout out. So we are very excited about this coaching collective. And so if you want more guided support and changing these patterns, that's exactly what we will do inside the Dating Blueprint Coaching Collective.
Yes. So what's included is literally weekly live virtual group coaching sessions, a custom dating with clarity and confidence guided workbook, a reflection prompts, supportive group environment with other women, and live Q&A coaching each week.
Woohoo!
Also, what you can expect. All right. And there's a barcode as well. You guys can scan that. What to expect: women only supportive space, guided coaching, real conversations, practical tools, weekly reflection prompts, accountability, encouragement, and a safe place to grow.
That's good.
And just to kind of give you a little insight about what to look forward to, it is a 4-week virtual coaching support, literally starting April 16th to May 7th, every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8:15. We are going to be covering what does it look like to breaking old patterns and gaining clarity, standards, boundaries, and red flags, communication and intentional dating, and building a healthy relationship mindset. And again, starts April 16th, and it's limited to 10 spots. And we are offering an early sign up special. So make sure you click on that link, which will provide to you in your email if you sign up through Eventbrite. But also, you'll have an opportunity to scan the barcode. All right. So make sure you get that early bird special, and we'll make sure we'll make time for you to go back to scan the barcode if you want to look into it a little bit more.
Yes, we are very, very excited for it. And if you have not already, be sure that you're following us on our Dating with Tiandra and Tamisha Instagram, where we have been posting weekly, just sharing some dating tips, tricks, things along our journey and just life itself. And so, yeah. So
I'm just going to ask our media team to not only keep up the Be Sure You're Following Us page, but also to go back so that way you guys have an opportunity to scan the Eventbrite if you want more information about our collective.
Yes. All right. And again, we just want to thank you for joining us tonight. And again, keep an eye out for your emails if you sign up via Eventbrite, where you will get that toolkit, the Dating Blueprint Toolkit, and then you'll get some more information about our Dating Blueprint Collective.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.